over 60% of American adults have reported that they are lonely. Did you know that social isolation is as detrimental to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, and that loneliness can increase the risk of premature death by 50%. Changes in life circumstances is often one of the contributing factors to an increase in loneliness in your life. And as a midlife woman, just like you, changes are happening all around us and to us. Whether you've recently retired, gotten a divorce later in life, have an empty nest, all the kids are gone, or have had a change in career. Often midlife women have changes in their friendships at this time in their life as well. Men are more likely than women to report that they are lonely, but the good news is that women are more likely to seek assistance or help. And this video today is going to give you some strategies and some things you can do tomorrow to be less lonely. Before we get started, I'm Joy. Welcome to A Joyful Journey. I'm passionate about supporting and inspiring women just like you who might be going through some struggles and some challenges that midlife presents to us. And unfortunately, loneliness is very common for women in midlife. So let's talk about how we can combat loneliness and bring more joy and happiness and people and connection into our lives. So in doing research for this video, I found a really great article where women in midlife were interviewed and they were asked what you would do or what they would do if they were feeling lonely, or what they would tell a friend who was feeling lonely. So I'm just going to highlight some of the ones that I thought were super easy to implement and user-friendly. Okay, the first way that you can combat loneliness if you're feeling it right now in midlife is to take a class. We all have something that we're interested in that maybe we could take a class in, whether it's a dance lesson, a cake decorating class, a cooking class, a knitting class, a painting class. There are classes for anything that you can think of, any hobby or interest that you have. And you can meet other women who also are interested in the same thing. So that makes it easy to have something to talk about and to form friendships. You could join a book club. If you're a reader, libraries have book clubs. There are virtual book clubs. You could create your own book club on a Facebook group or on a local group in your town. And there you have a group of women that are talking about the same book, and again, creating friendships and conversation that could last well beyond just those meetings. Now, this next one is one you hear all the time. Volunteer. Now, there's lots of types of volunteering that you can do, but when you volunteer, you are connecting and working next to people who are like-minded. So if you volunteer at an animal shelter, you're volunteering next to people who also love animals, and animals love the hugs and love as well. If you volunteer at a soup kitchen or a food pantry, you are volunteering with people who are like-minded and who like to help other people and improve the quality of their communities. Another way that you can combat loneliness is to join a walking or a running group. They're all over the place in local towns and cities. You can find them easily on social media, but if you're a runner, the running community is huge. And if you like to walk, I'm sure there's a walking group nearby. And again, you're connecting with people who have the same interests as you. You like to be outside, you like to be active. And while you're walking, you're learning about the people that you're walking with and creating friendships. Now, this next one's not for everybody, but it is certainly an option for many. You can join a local church. Lots of churches are non-denominational, and many of them really focus on community and doing things as a group. They have volunteer opportunities, they have community events, and most churches are very open to new members coming in and welcome them with open arms. So it's a great place to meet people. So if you're not into walking or running, but you love exercising, you love going to the gym, group fitness classes are another great way to meet like-minded people. You're in a class with the same people. If you go weekly, you'll often find that it's the same people in the class over and over, and there you can form friendships. You have things to talk about. It's been a week. What have you done this week? Did you see your daughter? Did you get that new car that you were looking at? Any kind of activity where you're seeing people on a regular basis makes it easier to have things to talk about and also create relationships and friendships. How about connecting with some old high school or college friends? That's always a great way to combat loneliness. These people were important in your life at one time, so maybe reconnecting with them will bring you some joy and connection. Another idea that that one of the women suggested was to go on a local tour. Many towns have historical sites or locations that you can go on a tour. And when you go on that tour, you're with other people who are, again, interested in the same thing as you are, and you can create conversation and connection by just chatting with people on the tour with. For all you dog lovers, a dog park is a great place to meet people. I know when I take my dog, people at dog parks love to talk. They love to talk about their dogs. And if you are a person who's bringing your dog to the dog park, you probably love talking about your dog too. So an easy way to make a connection. You both love dogs. You have something to talk about right there. Now, the last idea that I pulled from this article is to join groups on social media. Social media has a group for every type of person, interest, hobby, anything. And it's not difficult to create conversation when you have common interests. I know for myself, I'm in groups for women over 50. I'm in groups for kids in college. I'm in groups for women who like to work out. And I've been in groups for women with 4 young kids, women who love to run. I don't love to anymore, but I used to be in that group. So again, connecting with people with common interests is one of the easiest way to form new connections. So we're talking about this today because loneliness actually has negative health consequences. Loneliness increases the risk of depression and anxiety. Loneliness can have an impact on your physical health, cardiovascular issues, weakened immune systems, and even chronic conditions like hypertension and diabetes. Loneliness can lead to social isolation. And like I said at the beginning of the video, social isolation is as detrimental to your physical health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that. Loneliness can also lead to a negative self-perception and negative self-esteem. It impacts your relationships and it overall decreases your quality of life. So bottom line, it is important for women over the age of 40 to seek out connections in your family, outside of your family, friends, groups, hobbies, interests. Bring all of these things together and create a network where you can be fulfilled and joyful and purposeful. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's been great spending time with you. This is a really important conversation and I would love to hear your input on it in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, A Joyful Journey, for more support and inspiration for women in midlife. Have a great day.